Every month we read about NBA player transactions for huge sums, so these guys spend money on some unreal things for themselves and their appearance. Well, you hardly believe that basketball players can waste money on such expensive details. Sometimes players have quite strange habits, and one of the most famous is chewing mouth guards. So it's almost Steph Curry's trademark, as he has been chewing it for many years. Posters, photos of him with his favorite mouth guard are countless. But you hardly buy the same one in a shop, as his clothes cost several $1,000s. Sneakers, jerseys that the legendary sniper has ever worn cost about several thousand or probably tens of thousands of dollars. And the mouth guard, which the basketball player just chose, is also no exception. Yes, it gained popularity after the Warriors' crushing victory over the Cavaliers in Game 4. A fan shouted asking Curry to present a used mouth guard, so Steph did it. After returning home, the fan found out the cost of the mouth guard. Stephen Curry bought the mouth guard for $3,180 in 2016. But that's not all. The fan talked to the SCP auction president in California to find out the updated price. Can you predict it? $25,000 to do the same mouth guard. Well, we may conclude that Curry spends a lot of money on chewing mouth guards. It is just madness, isn't it? Pro basketball players treating themselves with some expensive gifts are understandable, as they have been playing in the league for many years and have earned millions. But LaMelo Ball spends tens of thousands of dollars not even receiving his first salary. The Charlotte Hornets guard wants to shine not only on the court but also in life. Adding a ton of different fashionable clothes and sneakers, the youngest of the Ball brothers decided to buy grills. AP the jeweler made 14-karat white gold jewelry for the basketball player. Melo first posted his purchase on Instagram. Well, it would have been fine if he had purchased them with his father's awareness and at least a single NBA check. LaVar Ball was shocked at his son's behavior. He just commented on the incident in the interview. I mean, nah, the whole internet has seen it, so I don't see how you would be a snitch. And at the end of the day, I'm a grown man. I'ma get what I want and do what I want. But you know, let the guy spend tens of thousands of dollars on something glowing and sparkling now and calm down. Then continue to spend thousands of dollars throughout his career. Surprisingly, even adults can spend so much money on sneakers. Now we're talking about PJ Tucker, a man with several thousand pairs of sneakers at home. The forward has been a fan of sneakers for a long time, so he never misses an opportunity to buy new ones. Tucker is obsessed with his favorite shoes. He wears a new pair every game. Moreover, he can change several pairs in one game. Once PJ changed about 6 pairs during a game. The player's passion crosses all lines because he has whole rooms and even houses filled with sneakers. There are several thousand pairs of various brands and collections. The most expensive pair is the Air Max from Back to the Future, costing around $36,000. It's not just a hobby. Tucker literally can't live without his sneakers. He has a special bag with sneakers to take on long trips. These bags are designed for whole teams, but PJ just packs several dozens of his pairs. So now you know what to argue to those who say you have too many sneakers. Well, at least Tucker's hobby doesn't bite and pose a danger to others. Ben Simmons seems not to know what to spend his first money on. One of the basketball player's first purchases were Savannah cats. Of course, cats are lovely and cute, but that breed is not friendly. Simmons spent $4,000 and $6,000 on his wild animals. Just look at their grin. They are kind only to their owner and instantly get angry at the sight of strangers. One day, while Simmons was away, he asked his brother to send him his cats. They hardly fit the cage for transportation and went crazy as they saw a stranger. On Ben's brother arriving to the airport for boarding, security had to check the cage and luggage. Although the guy warned them, the staff opened the cage and they were almost killed by these pets. 3 employees tried to stop only one of 2 cats while Ben's brother was bleeding. Hopefully the story ends well. After Simmons found out about the incident, he decided to get rid of them. Well, Ben Simmons' stupidest waste of money in his entire professional career, so now LaMelo prefers to invest in diamonds. We can't but mention the most expensive NBA player, and we don't mean numbers in players' contracts. We mean how much they get paid for what they do. And John Wall is a record holder there, as the basketball player has rarely appeared on the floor over the past few years. Being a Washington player, he was seriously injured and then he began to boycott his presence in Houston. So Wall was paid for being treated firstly, then for sitting on a bench and not wanting to play. The basketball player earned more than $40 million a year for doing nothing. Just compare your salary and duties and then look at John Wall. Thanks to his contract, he would spend $600,000 a day, I'm not joking. Once John spent about $600,000 on gifts for his teammates, he gave everyone all in gold and diamonds Rolex watches, which were shining better than these players on the court. Each gift costs more than $40,000, so one evening could cost him more than $600,000. Here is one more proof that the way professionals spend their money can harm people around them. The story of Ben Simmons' Savannah Cats ended well, and now no one even remembers it, except for us of course. But our next story still haunts people. Fans can't sleep well, remembering that they wasted hundreds and thousands of dollars because of their idol. The story began with Sacramento Kings selecting De'Aaron Fox in the NBA draft. This guy gave great hopes from the first games, and eventually Sacramento and Fox signed a contract for 5 years and $163 million. Fox got what he wanted, but his further money distribution terrifies. The basketball player decided to organize his own NFT product, promising his investors, who were just fans, various bonuses. Everything looked pretty good. The project had great prospects and had to develop successfully up to one point. After a few months, the project site with $1.5 million investment ceased to work, and all social networks like Twitter and chat in Discord were deleted. No one understood what had happened and waited for the player's answers. People have lost hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. So he explained that it was difficult enough for him to be involved in the project and continue his career in the NBA. The project stopped his progress as a basketball player, and he would continue doing business in the future. He would try to return money to his investors as well as bonuses in the near future. As you may have guessed, people are still waiting for their money. The incompetence of one person cost a roof overhead to another. Meanwhile, the legends keep indulging their money and mocking the rest. So Dwayne Wade created a model of his personal sneakers costing about $4 million. No ordinary fan could get this model. The designers chose the 4th named model in the Way of Wade collection to decorate it with various diamonds, jewelry, 18-karat gold tag, and an expensive design that will not only look expensive but also cost. Wade invested his name and money in the Li Ning company. The company is famous for making amazing sneakers. The model called the Fire Monkey, which was connected with the Chinese New Year in 2016, became the most expensive basketball sneakers in history. They were auctioned off, and part of the proceeds went to Souls for Souls. The organization distributed 26 million pairs of shoes to people in need in 127 countries around the world. PJ Tucker seems to know which sneakers he hunts for in the future after signing a new contract with Philadelphia 76. But not only Wade can boast of luxury, but also his former teammate Chris Bosh. Though Chris Bosh may have sacrificed $15 million during Miami Heat in 2K10, but that doesn't mean he lives modestly on the South Shore. The decision to team up with 2 legendary players did not affect his finances. Bosh owns the most expensive house among all NBA players. His estate in Florida is estimated at $12.3 million, which is almost $3 million more than Kobe Bryant's Hollywood apartment. Chris Bosh can be financially secured for the rest of his life thanks to his investment in real estate. The NBA champion also has the third most expensive house among basketball players for $9 million in 2K14. The Miami player's house in California cost $9.4 million 8 years ago. Well, although Bosh was not the most valuable player for his team, he certainly knew how to spend money. That's all for today. Comment below which purchase you find the silliest and which one impressed you. Give the video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe below. Also, don't forget to hit the bell to be notified when our next video goes live. Thank you for watching and supporting us. See you. Bye bye.